Hey guys, it is Pedro here and welcome back to another video. As you guys can see, I am certainly back in my house, ready to make some new videos for you guys. So you have probably seen by the title today that we are going to rate every single 2024 Roblox event. So just to let you guys know from the start, we are going to be rating the Hunt, the Classic, the Games, the Haunt, and the Winter Spotlight. So I'm going to be rating all of them, or at least most of them, in these four categories: hub quality, how fun the games and missions were, time taken to complete the missions, and reward and item quality, because all of those things are important and, in my opinion, are what make the events good. So first of all, the Hunt, of course, the first event that happened in 2024. Starting it off with the hub quality, in my opinion, a 5 out of 10. Because there is simply nothing to do in the hub. There were no like side quests, mini games, boss battles, anything. Now, how fun the games and missions were. Some of you guys are probably going to kill me because of this, but I firmly think that it was a 7 out of 10. Because most quests did not take like more than 20-25 minutes. And you know, most of the games, keyword most, they had like some sort of fun little quest for you to do. It was fun but short, you know, it did not take 6 hours of your day for you to do one mission in the event. And of course it's not higher than 7 because games like Obby But You Are on a Bike just had quests like play for 15 minutes. After that, we have the time taken to complete the missions, which was also a 7 out of 10. I think that, you know, most of them just did not take too long. I think that 1 or 2 games actually took a little bit of a while, but I cannot remember which games. And now, rewards and item quality. I'll give this category for the Hunt a 7.5 out of 10. And I think that the items were not super good, they were not super bad either. But I think that the way that they released the limited items was very bad. Just look at the Vault Commando, you know? Like, it sold for 40,000 Robux. 40,000 Robux. That is not child's play, ladies and gentlemen. Nowadays, it sells for like 5,000-6,000 Robux. So, you know, it's a little bit of a loss. It's a little bit of a loss, just a little bit. And also, the overall rating for the Hunt is a 6.5, which I think is a fair rating for the Hunt. Anyways, for the next one, we have the Classic. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but this section of the video might contain some bias, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna see, okay? You're basically gonna see. So let's start off with the quality of the hub, which it is a 10 out of 10. I do not think you can disagree with me. You had so many quests, so many like side quests for you to do, so many places in the map for you to explore, so many like little mini games, little areas for you to find. So I think that with all of those factors considered, a 10 out of 10 is the most fair rating that I can give to the Classics hub. Now, for how fun the games and missions were, I'm going to give this category an 8.5 out of 10. And I say that this section might contain bias because of this. I had a lot of fun playing the missions and all of that, but I can 100% understand the people who did not have fun playing this event. If I'm being honest with you, dude, I probably spent Robux on every single game that I played for the game to be at least a little tiny bit enjoyable, you know? That dragon game, toilet tower defense, I think that dude, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, but I think that I spent over 1,000 Robux just buying towers in toilet tower defense so I could complete the quests easier. Now, the time taken to complete the missions, I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Because compared to the Hunt, it took a significant longer amount of time for you to complete each quest. I think that the Classic had 24 games in total or something like that. And you basically kind of took the same amount of time it took for you to complete the Hunt. Now, for rewards and item quality, I'm going to give this category a 9 out of 10, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why I took 1 point out of this category. First of all, the Empyrean Rain wings, they had a crown, so it looked very bad as a back accessory, because like when you did like the the idle animation of the avatar, the crown would not turn with your head, you know what I mean? And also, those buckets, they had those custom eyes, which I was particularly not a fan of. I would have been happier if they just had, you know, if they just had little holes as eyes instead of those like kawaii eyes and all of that. So the overall rating for the classic is absolutely an 8.5 out of 10. Just because of the time taken to complete all of the missions. I think that was the reason the rating was not a little bit higher. But even then, 8.5 is a very good rating, you know what I mean? Now we have the games, which also might contain bias, but the complete opposite type of bias that the classic had, and you're gonna see why. Also, just a disclaimer, this is a very incomplete opinion about this event, because I only played like 3 or 4 games in total. But still, I'm going to give an opinion, and you feel free to think whatever you want about it, okay? Now, first of all, the hub quality. I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10 because it had so much more than the hunt for you to do, had those little quests, those little gears for you to use. It had a lot of tiny little areas for you to explore, just like the classic. But I still think there was not like much content for it to justify a rating any higher than 7.5. How fun the games and missions were, I'll give this, for the 3 games I played, a solid 4 out of 10. There was no fun. I felt like I was doing chores. You know what I mean? And it all ties also to the time taken to complete the missions, which is a 2 out of 10. In my personal experience and opinion, a 2 out of 10 for the time taken and a 4 out of 10 for how fun the games actually were. Now, the rewards and item quality, absolutely a 0 out of 10. I don't even think I have to say anything. All of the reward items were super ugly, borderline unwearable, and were made for layered clothing and all of that. In the overall rating for this event, a 3 out of 10. Now, after the games we have the Hound. The hub quality, first of all, is a 10 out of 10. It is like the same level as the classic. There was a lot of stuff for you to do, for you to explore. So the hub was 100% super nice. But now comes the bad part about the event. The only good part about the event was the hub quality. For how fun the games and missions were, a 3 out of 10. The mission of the event was basically taking pictures inside of the participating games of the event, which, in my opinion, was boring as hell, bro. Like, of course that an avatar contest is nice, but not as the main event. It would be nice as the side thing. Not only that, but I did not personally play it because I honestly did not want to waste my time. But a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I mean every single person who played the boss battle of the Hound told me it was horrible. It was the absolute worst boss battle there was. This category is only not a 0 because of the little missions and side quests there were for you to do inside of the hub, because otherwise it would have been a fat 0. Now, for the time taken to complete the missions, I will give this no rating because it would be unfair, you know, like the time it takes for you to complete the missions, it relies on you and what you personally wanted to do and take pictures of. So no rating in my opinion. I don't think that this needs a rating. Now for the rewards and item quality, definitely a 4 out of 10. Good looking limited items, but most of the other items were like ugly looking. But the overall rating of this event was certainly a 5 out of 10. And now, last but not least, we have the Winter Spotlight, which closed off the year of 2024 when it comes to events for us. This one, like the games, is a very incomplete opinion because I did not play through every single game. I played like 8 or 9 games if I recall correctly. Did not complete most of them, but I'm going to explain this in a few seconds for you. The quality of the hub was a 7 out of 10. Like, it was really nice to just like join the game and ice skate around, but not much to do other than that. But the hub was good looking, you know, it was a very nice and cozy little hub, which is why I think it deserves a 7 out of 10. Now, for how fun the games and missions were, I'll give this a 7 out of 10, because in my personal opinion, in my honest and personal opinion, guys, please do not kill me, I liked some of the quests, okay? You know, like Royal High. It was a very budgie quest, but still, it was a nice quest for you to do, you know? It was nice for you to pass the time and all of that, so I sort of enjoyed that quest. But now, for the time taken for you to complete the quests, I am going to give this a solid 3 out of 10, specifically for one single game. Emergency Hamburg. Because this particular game, you had to find like 5 criminals who stole gifts or something for the quest, but I did not realize that every single time that you left the game, the quest would not save. You would have to start all over again. For the rewards and item quality, I'm going to give this a solid 9.5 out of 10, because this event had the best limiteds out of every single 2024 event. You know what I mean? And the other on sales just kind of were a little boring, so this is why I removed half a point. And the overall rating for this event is a 6 out of 10. I think that this is a fair rating considering absolutely everything. It was not a bad event, but it was not particularly a good event. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys have any like video ideas that you would like me to try out next, please leave down in the comments below, and also leave your own opinions in the comments, because I really want to read all of them, alright? So thank you very much guys, and I'll see you in the next one.